Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. 11 Rudras and then 8 Vasus, 12 Adityas. And then who said Indra and Prajapati? Who said? Correct. Yeah, Indra and Prajapati. 11 Rudras, 12 Adityas, Indra, Prajapati and 8 Vasus. Then 8 Vasus, 11 Rudras, 12 Adityas and then Indra and Prajapati. These make the core 33 devatas to which the offerings are given, and that is what is the basis for saying that in the tradition we can have 33.3 crore devatas, meaning there can be as many as possible. Still it won't be enough because of this chapter. Everything is Bhagavan. So if you keep listing the glories, and the glories must be understood and internalized, it's not the ultimate. That's how the chapter ends, we'll see. It's a little bit Arjuna is kind of softly rebuked at the end. We'll see. Yeah. Continuing, verse 35. Brihat Sama Tatha Samnam Gayatri Chandasamaham Masanam Margashirshosmi No, Masanam Margashirshoham Ritunam Kusumakaraha Dyutam Chalayatam-asmi Tejas Tejasvinamaham Jayosmi Vyavasayosmi Satyam Sat Sattvam Sattvavatamaham Vrishninam Vasudevosmi Pandavanam Dhananjayah Muninamapyaham Vyasah Kavinamushana Kavihi. Verse 35. In the Samaveda, there is one Brihat Samagana. It's the biggest compendium, difficult to chant, lot of ups and downs and everything, and very beautiful also. So naturally, what am I? Brihat Sama Tatha Samna. And among all the meters, there are so many meters, Jagati, and then in the Gita itself there are 2 meters, Trishthub and Anushthub. The whole 11th chapter is in Trishthub meter, because Bhagavan is making an appearance. As though Bhagavan is not making an appearance here. Here also we find Bhagavan making an appearance. In every chapter there is Bhagavan, but there, since it is called Vishwarupa Darshana, then it is all in Trishthut meter. But which meter is the glory of Bhagavan, if you ask? he says unhesitatingly, Gayatri. So, Gayatri is the name of a meter which has 888. How many is that? 33. No. 24. 888. 3 padas. And in the outskirts of Bangalore, there is one Gayatri Devi temple. And she has 3 feet. The goddess has 3 feet to denote the 3 padas of the Gayatri meter. Very beautiful. And so, Gayatri is a chandas. And it's a meter. And then it is used to glorify many devatas. Starting with Lord Shiva, Lakshmi Gayatri is there, Shiva Gayatri is there, Ganesha Gayatri is there, all 24. With Mahe Dhimahi, like this, Mahalakshmyai cha Vidmahe, Vishnu Patnim cha Dhimahi, Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayat. This is Gayatri meter. So even though every devata is being eulogized under Gayatri meter, we find that the Gayatri meter is most associated with what? Gayatri mantra. The mantra itself is called Gayatri. Like there may be many Gandhis. There was Indira Gandhi, there was Rajiv Gandhi, there was Sanjay Gandhi, all these Gandhis. But when we say Gandhi, who do we think of? Gandhiji, Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so like that. So when we think of Gayatri, the meter, immediately the Gayatri mantra, which is also in the Gayatri meter, that's the one that comes to mind. So Chandasam Asmi Gayatri. Gayatri is great because it's the first mantra the child is initiated into in the tradition. It's very nice. First mantra. And one would think the first mantra you are asking God to give you candies, you are asking God for something or the other. Intelligence, something. Memory. No. Here the wish is to be in the right place at the right time. And it's a collective prayer. So when the child prays, the child is not just praying for itself. The child is praying for everyone. It's a collective prayer. Tat Om Bhuhu Bhuvaha Suvaha. It is added. They are called Vyahritayah. Those Vyahritis are added. But the mantra is Om Tat Savitur Varenyam. Because without the Om, you count the syllables, Tat Savitur Varenyam. How many? 7. So you have to add the Om to make it 8. So that it becomes Gayatri meter, and it's not that you add it because they forgot. Om is intentionally there. So Om Tat. Tat is of course Bhagavan. Who is that Bhagavan? Tat Varenyam. That is to be, Varenyam is that it is to be, we think it is chosen, but actually in the Kenopanishad there is one word Tadvana, which is the name for Bhagavan. Tadvana Nama Iti Upasita. It's very beautiful. Indra teaches Agni, Vayu, etc. And then it comes to us through this teaching. Lord Indra teaches, and then he says that this nameless, formless Ishvara, which is your own consciousness, must be known by Tadvana. Tat plus Vana. What is this Vana? Not forest. Vananiyam. Vananiyam means it is to be worshipped, to be honored, to be Vandaniyam becomes Vananiyam Chandasam. And from there we have also Varenyam, which also has a grammatical meaning that it should be chosen. But here we always translate it not just as chosen, but that which is to be invoked, that which is worshipable. Tad Varenyam. And what is that Varenyam? Savituhu Devasya. Savituhu Devasya. Who is this, Who is this Savituhu? The sun. So, Savituhu Dev, that which is effulgent like the sun, whose name is what? Bharga, Brij, Dahane, that which burns. What does it burn? Karma. That which burns my karma, that is what I choose. I choose that sun-like brilliance of Bhagavan, which has the efficacy to burn to shreds, to burn to ashes, all the karmic residues. The child prays, which can take me on the wrong path. It can make me slip here, slip there. I could perhaps, the child could perhaps start telling lies, stealing something. But here what? Just by invoking Bharga, Bhagavan as Bharga, the one that burns up the obstacles, and what are these obstacles? Karma. These obstacles are nothing but karmic obstacles that stand like a big mountain in the way of walking on the road of Dharma. Bhargaha Dhimahi. We choose, we worship, we invoke. And then, what is the prayer? Dhiyaha, our minds, our buddhis, naha, ours, asmakam dhiyaha prachodayat. Naha is asma, not na. So when we chant, we have to be careful. Sometimes, dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Ayyayo. Na prachodayat means what? Don't stimulate our intellect. Let us be buddhus. Let us be dull. No. Dhiyo yo naf prachodayat. Like this. Om bhur bhuvassuvaha. Om bhur bhuvassuvaha. Om suvaha. Om bhur bhuvassuvaha. Savidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo naf prachodayat. Savidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo naf prachodayat. Savidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo naf prachodayat. Just a wonderful mantra. It's just so amazing, very, very transformative. So it just, you can feel the karma burning. Yeah, you can practice chanting that. So then we have, so the Brihat Sama Aham Samnam Gayatri Chandasamaham. This is why he has chosen to be Gayatri, this transformative mantra. In fact, Pujya Swamiji used to tell a story about his own Gayatri Upadesha, and it happened when he was 8 or 9, and then he was, all these people came, and he was like, they've all come for me, and they said, and the mother said, yes, they've all come for you, because in front of them you're going to promise that you're going to do this japa every day. And he said, okay. And he was doing the japa, and then he went to the market somewhere, and a vegetable seller said, come, buy the vegetables today from me. So he went over there with his bag and the money given by the mother, and the vegetable seller just probably never even knew anything about the Veda, nothing. So she called him over and she said, you practice the Gayatri, don't you? She said that. And so that's what Pujya Swamiji used to say, that the protection of the mantra is so powerful that it for generations people ride on this. So if the parents have practiced Gayatri, the children get the benefit even when they are adults. And the grandchildren also get the benefits. It's such a powerful mantra. It's very, very wonderful. And so that is Gayatri. And further, Masanam, among all the months. What am I? Margashirsha. Why? Because that's the one which has the most religious activities. Where it is, the month? Capricorn. The solstice, winter solstice, the sun going into Capricorn just before the Sankranti, this thing is December. So that is called Margashirsha, and it is considered to be very good to pray during that time. Masana, Margashishoham, and Rituna. Ritu means seasons. What am I? The flower making season, Kusumakaraha. Spring. Yeah. In India we don't have much of a spring. But in cold countries, suddenly you see all dull grey skies everywhere, maybe snow on the ground, no leaves on the trees. We don't have this in the tropics. But there you just keep on seeing these dull things. Suddenly there is a burst of color. First the crocuses come. Even in the snow it pushes through, such a lovely sight. And then we have, what are they called? Cherry blossoms. And then pear blossoms, very, very nice. And in fact, in Washington DC, there is that cherry blossom festival. April, everybody comes and sees. Even in Japan, they have cherry blossom festival. For us, every day there is some festival, so we do not need cherry blossom festival. And of course, the Lord takes for himself the best season, the best month, etc. Not always, as the verse 36 will show. Dyutam. Dyuta is, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dice. Dyuta is dice. Because this is how they got into trouble. So, Dyutam aham. I am the dice, because somehow their karma had to be worn out, and I became the nimitta in the form of the dice. That is, what kind of dice? Loaded dice. Means it is weighted so that when they throw, they know how to throw. So that for them only 6 in the game there's only 4. Okay, so for them 4 will come. That is a wonderful thing. And then if you throw, then you will only get 0, 0, 0 every time. This is how they had fixed the dice. Who? Chalayaha. So chalayaha, chalayata means the deceitful ones. I am the dice of the deceitful, fraudulent ones, meaning the Kauravas here. This is a specific reference to the Mahabharata. This is not some worldwide glory here. So among these Kauravas, who are, I am Drona only. Why? Because you see, some people are created in order to exhaust the karma of others. So this is the arrangement. And Duryodhana was created to exhaust the karma of many people, unfortunately. And so thugs, and then these people who cut purses and then pick pockets, Naktan Charaha, nocturnal people, they are all there. And yes, they will get their just desserts, they will get their, what is its name? They will get their karma phala. But also Bhagavan is in their form expressing himself not that he has become a thug, but he allows them to move around. Why? Because some function of exhaustion of other people's karma is taking place. That is why they also move around. And then what is Dyutam Chalayatam Asmi? And then for a change, Tejaha Tejasvinam Aham. I am the brilliance in the brilliant. Brilliance means what? Those people who belong to these exclusive clubs. Child prodigies. Child prodigy means if you put an 8-year-old in third class, third grade, it will get so bored because it knows everything, college level trigonometry. She knows or he knows. And if you put her in this class, she will just cry or she will go to sleep because it is what? 2 plus 2 and multiplication and equations, small, they are teaching. And so they have a special club for these people who have this IQ, genius IQ, 130 IQ like this. They have, what is that called? Mensa club. There is one international club to put these people in. And they can, everything makes them bored because they are so quick and so brilliant. So you may say, okay, this child is brilliant. No, that's me. Tejaha Tejasvinam Aham. Tejasvinam Aham Tejaha. So then verse 37 is a mutual appreciation society of Krishna, Arjuna and Vyasa. These three. So Vrishninam Vasudevah Asmi. Vrishni means Yadavas. Vrishni, Yadavas. Krishna's this thing. What happened? Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Jayaha Asmi, I am success. In the people looking for success. Vyavasayosmi. What is Vyavasaya? Very good. Yeah. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha guru nandana. Second chapter. So here Vyavasaya Asmi. I am that clarity of decision making. I am that because of which the decision is properly made, and I am that because of which people are able to go forward and not go like maybe not. I don't know. They are very, very sure of the path, and so Vyavasaya Asmi, Jaya Asmi. And then Vyavasayosmi. Sattvam means those whose nature is predominantly saintly. Those of a saintly nature, meaning they are totally harmless, they don't get into trouble and they don't make other people get into trouble either. And then they are not, going here, going there, creating some issues all the time. They are not trying to grab things that don't belong. They are content with what they have. These are all sattvic qualities. It is not them, it is me in the form of this expression. And then Vrishninam Vasudevah Asmi. Here the whole family here is pointed out, spiritual family. Vrishni means Yadavas. So Krishna's clan. So Vrishninam, among the Yadavas, I am Vasudeva. Who is Vasudeva? Krishna. But here Krishna is not talking of himself as Ishvara. He is talking of himself as the avatara that has been taken. Vasudevasya Sutam Kamsachanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. That Krishna. Krishna in the form of avatara who delights the gopis, who goes here, goes there and kills all these demons. That is the avatara Purusha Krishna. Of that the Tatkala Desha Vishishta Krishna. Okay, not Ishvara. Here in other places when he says Aham and all, it is Ishvara. Nameless, formless, or the one with all names and forms, Ishvara. But here it is particularly what? Krishna in the form of that Dwapara Yuga avatara. So Krishna, I am Vasudeva, and then what else? Among the Yadavas, I am Vasudeva. Among the Pandavas, who am I? Arjuna. I am Arjuna. And then what else? Among the Munis, Mananashilas. Mananashilas means what? The contemplative beings. Among the contemplative beings, sages, I am Vyasa. Who is writing this? Yeah. So, 2 times he has referred to himself here along with everybody else. I'm sure he felt very good. So, I am Bhagavan's glory. Nice. And so, I am Bhagavan's glory. And then the last one is, it's like saying hat, coat, shoes, orange. What should have come along with hat, coat, shoes? Umbrella should have come. But here, hat, coat, shoes, apple. One of them is standing the odd one out. So the last one doesn't belong to the Pandava family. And what is that? Kavinam Ushana Kavihi. Ushana is another name for Shukracharya. Shukracharya apparently was a Kavi here, poet, but also, what is that called? Someone who is far sight, who has foresight, far-sighted person. And he was a Vedanti. Poor thing did not have good prarabdha. So who came to learn from Shukracharya? Asuras, yeah. What? Daitya Guru, but it's not. Even the Daityas, he taught to the Daityas also, he taught Tattvamasi only. But poor things, they took it as body, they ho hum. That's what they took it as. Because dull. Yeah? Yeah, he was one-eyed. Because he lost another eye. There was a Puranic story. Somebody was giving something, and when you give something, you put from Kamandalu some water to seal the thing. Shukracharya did not want that danam to happen. So he became very small. Laghima Siddhi he operated and sat in the mouth of the kettle so that that water will not pour and the dana will not go through. Alas for him, whoever was giving it, I forgot which devata and all, I'm not a Puranic person. So, and then, so somebody took one darbha grass and tried to, they thought, oh, something has logged it. So they tried to dislodge this block. And one eye went and got, affected. So he had some kind of problem he could not see as a result. So then if somebody, if you want to give something, so let's say somebody says, you know what, I'd like to give a donation. And then the other person, the friend of that person, says, no, don't do that. And then the first person usually says, don't be a Shukracharya. That is how this expression has come. But he was also, poor thing, he was also Vedantin. He also taught Vedanta. It's not his fault. Prarabdha perhaps, but not really his fault that all those who came to study with him were dull. Sometimes it happens, what to do? Prarabdha. Google the story and find out, tell me. Huh? Bali was given. Bali was given to Vamana and Shukracharya went and sat. Okay. Yeah.
He knew that he will die.
Yeah. Bali will die, he thought. Okay. Yes. See, he tried to do some good, but somehow he lost an eye in the process. I think it's also a metaphor. There is a certain only seeing partial vision, because of this is to show that the Daityas are studying with him. Perhaps metaphorically it is there. Dando damayatam asmi nitirasmi jigishitam maunam chaivasmi guhyanam यच्चापि सर्वभूतानां बीजं तदहमर्जुन न तदस्ति विना यत् स्यात् मया भूतचराचरम् दण्डः दमयताम् अस्मि दमयताम् law enforcing people. And who am I? I am the laws. I am the discipline. In those who enforce the laws, I am that danda. Damayatam asmi. Nitihi asmi. I am justice. In what? In who? Jigishitam. Jigisha. Like mumuksha. Jignasa. Desiderative word. Which means desiring of. Desire to. So mumuksha, desire for freedom. Jigyasa, desire for knowledge. Bubhutsa, desire to know. Vividisha, desire to know. Bubhuksha, don't confuse with bubhutsa and bubhuksha. What is bubhuksha? Desire to eat. And then jigisha, jetum ichha, the desire to win. The desire to be victorious is called jigisha. So jigishitam, out of the people who desire to win, through what? I am the jigishitam, nitihi aham, I am justice. Justice in those who desire to win. See, if you want to win, you have to use morality, ethics. You can't just do whatever you want. You can't just, it's not called winning if you cheat and win, correct? Is that called winning? No. Even if you know that, even if other people garland you and tell you, yes, you have won this, it is amazing, you won it. Inside your heart, you know. Turn that off, she's shivering. So, in your heart you know. In your heart what do you know? You know that you have not won it at all. What have you done? You have gone through some other methods. That person knows. The person knows. I'm not won it fair and square. So, justice and victory, therefore in Bhagavan's mind, always go together. Nitirasmi jigishita. Maunam chaivasmi guhyana. Guhyana means among the secrets. Among the secrets, what am I? Silence. What is the best way to keep a secret? Silence. That's what assures that it will never go. It will never go anywhere. Chup, maunam. Did this happen? Do you know where it is? Just smile. Okay? Don't talk. And then what? A secret is well kept. The best kept secret is through silence. And I am that silence. Among secrets, I am that silence. And then jnanam, jnanamatam aham. Of those who have knowledge, I am that knowledge in the form of the knowledge of those knowers. This includes both paravidya and aparavidya. Yaccha api sarva bhutanam bijam. So whatever is the cause of all things, bija means cause. Whatever is the cause of all things, that only I am. Na tad asti yat vina maya. Na tad asti bhutam yat vina maya. So meaning there is nothing that is mobile, chara, nothing that is stationary, achara, nothing that is moving or unmoving, nothing that is no being that is moving or unmoving without me. I am the movement, I am the stillness, I am the being that makes everything existent. Without me, there is absolutely no existence whatsoever. No existence is possible. I am the source of all existence without becoming the Jagat. We saw that in the 9th chapter. Matsthani sarva bhutani nacha aham teshu avasthitaha. Like that. We saw that in the chapter earlier, 9th chapter. Then it concludes in the next 4 verses. Nantosmi mama divyanam vibhutinam parantapa esha tu deshatah proktah vibhutirvistaro maya yadyad vibhutimat sattvam Srimadurjitameva va tattadevavagachatvam mama tejomsha sambhavam athava bahunaitena kinyatena tavarjuna vishtabhyamahamidam kritsnam vishtabhyahamidam kritsnam ekamshena sthito jagat So he says, na antah asmi mama divyanam vibhutinam. He Parantapa, O Arjuna, there is no end of my glorious divine divyanam vibhutinam antah na. There is no end to my glories. I can keep on listing. And then it will continue to be 10th chapter, part A, part B, part C. It will just keep on going. 11th chapter will never come at this rate. I can keep on listing. I can keep on doing this because this is the point. This is the point, Arjuna. This Esha Proktaha Vibhutehe Vistaro Maya. So this detailed Eshatu Uddeshataha. Uddeshataha means keeping this view in mind, that what is the view? That there is no end to my glories. What have I done? Given you just a few of them to contemplate on. Just a few important ones. So, Esha tu Uddeshaha Proktaha Vibhutehe Vistaro Maya. So, a few important ones in great detail has been given by me. But then, to conclude, he says 2 things. First one, Yadyad Vibhutimat Sattvam Srimade Urjitam Eva Va. Whatever thing that is there, which is glorious, which is endowed with any form of Shri. Shri means here abundance, a certain kind of an auspiciousness. Know that to be me. But that means what? Anything. So many people have led their lives and gone away, and all you see is a tombstone, 1928 to 1956, one dash. So does that mean they are not glories of the Lord? I mean, nobody even knows their name. Nobody even knows how they died. Very few people know how they lived. They were not they did not make it into history books. They did not make it into Google. Does that mean their lives are useless? No, they too are the glories of the Lord. But just like a desert flower blooming, what kind of glories they are? Unsung glories. Here they are sung glories. explicit glories, and the others are what? Implicit glories. They are all glories. But we don't know that, that's all. And then, suddenly they may be discovered. Suddenly they will say, oh, suddenly some treat I see, like for example, Lakshmidhara Kavihi. Who is Lakshmidhara Kavihi? Author of Advaita Makaranda, a very celebrated Prakarana. Actually, it's a Manana Grantha. It is a Manana treatise in Vedanta Shastra. Very beautiful. And nobody knew about it at all. Pujya Swamiji went to a bookstore, and then old bookstore somewhere in Varanasi, and then he went upstairs into the attic full of dusty books and pulled this out. Till then it was unsung. Now it is part of every 3-year course anywhere you find, not just in here, not just in our parampara, but in any other parampara also. Advaita Makaranda is taught in all the long-term courses. So suddenly it came back into fame. Like another one is there, Bodhasara by Narahari. Suddenly it comes to fame. But then before that, was it not important? It was important, but it was still a glory. But it was unsung glory. So like this, here, since we are talking of sung glories, here whatever is there, which has glory, which has prosperity, and that which is mighty, know that to be born of, not me, mama tejomsha sambhavam, a fraction of my glory. It's just a fraction of my glory. The 42nd verse concludes on a very somber note, where Arjuna is asked to contemplate. Kim tava Arjuna? What has happened to you now? You are still standing in front of me unchanged. Did you get self-knowledge by knowing my glories? No. Did anything happen to you? No. You listened very carefully. I saw that you listened very carefully. What happened? And so this is what he says. And why did it not happen? That also he will say. He says, Athava, on the other hand, what he says, Bahuna etena, bahunaitena, kim gyatena tava Arjuna. Bahuna means by this manifold but incomplete, partial knowledge. What did you get? Kim gyatena, now you know my glories, at least a few of them. Many you don't know. What did you get out of this, Arjuna? Because the truth is that Vishtabhya aham idam jagat kritsnam. So Vishtabhya means spreading myself over this entire jagat. Ekamshena sthitah aham. Only one portion of me remains on this earth. Where is the rest of it? You, unobjectifiable. And usually there are, we say, there are 3 things. Bhagavan is seen as 4 padas, 4 quarters. Even Brahman, Ishvara is seen as 4 quarters, one of which can be objectified in the form of the Jagat, other 3 are not objectified. And this is there in the Purusha Sukta also. Padosya Vishwa Bhutani Tripadasya Ritam Divi. So, Padosya Vishwa is Jagat, Bhutani, one pada is one small pada. You don't have to take it as quarters, because then again another problem will happen. You quarter Brahman, 1/4 Brahman, half Brahman, 3/4 Brahman. This is just figurative. So you say, okay, just this much is Brahman, this what is the seen Jagat, with its myriad of glories, with its huge everything. We can't count even the things that are there. We can't count the glories, we can't count the things that are there, we can't count anything. And this huge Jagat is just one fraction. Amritam Divi. Amritam means that which is not objectifiable. And what is not objectifiable is your own nature. So that which is not objectifiable, that because of which it is invisible, that which cannot be made into something that you can count, you can look at, or you can reckon, it is not there. Tripadasyaamritam divi. So this is so he says, what did you get out of this? Little incomplete sliver of who I am. Because who I am fully is you, Arjuna. And that meaning, that's what you should ask. And that's where you should go. Did Arjuna get the message? No. Because in the next chapter he comes and says what? Show me the other three. Ek dikhaya. Other three amshas now show me. I want full vision. A vision of no division. But he says, I want to look at you like a movie. I want to see and I have nice seats. And then I want to watch you like a film. Not possible. And we'll see why. And in fact, in the 11th chapter, Adi Shankara doesn't even bother with just 1-2 lines, even though it is 50 verses. 11th chapter is 50. How many verses? Tell me. 50 verses? 51? 55 verses. 50 plus verses. And Adi Shankara hardly bothers. And even teaching in the 3-year course, one time Pujya Swamiji skipped it completely. He said, just read the translation, it's enough. So we will be, we won't be doing the Pujya Swamiji treatment. We will just go in very quickly. I will summarize it and we'll chant some selected verses because it is, from the standpoint of a Vedantin, it is considered to be Dvaita. Dvaita Bhakti and Dvaita. That's why. Okay. Om Tat Sat. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Vibhuti Yogo Nama Dashamodhyayah. So Om Tat Sat. Brahman alone is the truth, is the reality. Then iti, in this manner, what happens? This samaptaha. This is the ending of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So the plural is for respect. In the Bhagavad Gita, which is like an Upanishad, which has 2 topics, Brahma Vidya and Yoga Shastra, Karma Yoga Shastra, here, which is presented in the form of the dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. This topic, Yoga, called Nama Vibhuti. So Vibhuti means the glories of the Lord, comprises the 10th chapter. More we'll see tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari